Hello, this is Rob here. Today, the phrase I would like to go through is と思いました or in the present tense, と思います. So, this is a clause that you probably want to use quite often. For somebody who has a past active voice, this is like a good way to state your opinion without being too edgy, too, I guess, aggressive about or sounding too stubborn, in a Japanese conversation. Many of you know that in a Japanese conversation, you always want to be ambiguous. You want to always leave space for the other person to kind of come into this conversation. And this is what kind of engages the conversation, often in this language. So, と思います. According to jisho.org, a great open source dictionary, the first definitions we come across is to think, to consider, to believe, to reckon. Okay. The second one is also to think of doing, to plan, to do. Okay. And then we have another one that says to judge, to assess, to regard. And then the last four is to imagine, to suppose, to dream. So, as you can see, there are multiple definitions, translations for this, but I believe that the best translation for this is to believe, to reckon, to suppose. I think in the dictionary, this is both in the English-Japanese dictionary and Japanese-English dictionary, the first word that comes is to think. However, it is probably the least closest to think as in terms of the definitions that were kind of picked up here. My image of the word is, the best ways. If I were to rank this, it would be to reckon, to suppose, and then number 3, to believe. And if I am to supplement the kind of idea behind the Japanese way of saying と思います, it's making a strong assumption. Okay, what I mean by an assumption is that when you do believe something, sometimes you believe so firmly that you can't really change your mind. But in a Japanese conversation, it's rare that you might you kind of do that. So when you are believing, when you are using 思います, it's making a strong enough assumption so that, let's say, the other person, your counterpart, your friend, makes a remark that changes your kind of mind. Then you're able to kind of, says something. It's like a variable. It's like information that kind of gives you a different perspective about the information you just gave. For example, let's say, いやー、私はこのチョコレートはもう本当に健康にいいと思います。or 本当に美味しいと思います。And then they go, hey, what about Kit Kat? And then you just remember that, Kit Kat, the day before you just mentioned that was your favorite chocolate of all times. So now you don't want to lie, so you want to say, ああ、そうだった。キットカットが一番美味しかった。I'm sorry. みたいな。Sorry. That you see that's how I kind of make jokes. But so you just say ごめんなさい, instead of I'm sorry. So when you use 思います, it's a strong belief. You're supposing, you kind of reckon that the situation is so, but it's not so strong until a point that you won't be able to take it back if the other person kind of gives you an opinion about something else. So it's making a strong enough assumption so that it's an opinion of your own, but you aren't so cold-hearted, you aren't so stubborn that you won't be able to change your mind. はい、ありがとうございます。じゃあ、ここで終わりです。So, thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.